My next guest is Tristan Yoder, and he's got over 1 million followers on Instagram. He's also a confidence coach who's out there helping men level up their lives, not just with their own confidence, but confidence with approaching other people as well. We dive into his story to when he was getting arrested for drugs and sitting in the back of a cop car, to how he turned all of that around and changed his life into what it is today. This is a real honest conversation about confidence, purpose, and turning your life around. It's a good one. Let's go. All right, Tristan, welcome to Mindsoak, man. I want to know how you went from felony drug charges to coaching men in confidence, and why should people trust you?
Ooh, that is a good question. So the way that I went from felony drug charges, for those that don't know, it was possession of mushrooms with the intent to distribute.
Yeah.
When I was in the back of the cop car after the whole incident happened, on the little dashboard they'll say like what the code is, like what the person got called for, like what they got arrested for, and it was possession of substance, a Schedule 1, and then it said a dash, heroin. And I was like, who the fuck had heroin? And like, who had heroin? I had a bag of mushrooms at this whole thing when it happened, and they're like, oh no, it's just the same code in California where I got arrested at the time. And that was like, yeah, I'm not selling mushrooms anymore. Like that is not even going to be in my realm of existence. Like I bought a quarter pound for $50 an ounce, was about $200. And then I was selling it for $150, $200 an ounce or something like that. Pretty decent profit margin, but I mean, it's trash money compared to what is really out there, and like the amount of risk. Yeah, the amount of risk that I was taking for it. So the way that I went to it, it's kind of like, have you ever seen like a husky, a dog?
Yeah.
If you don't give them a job to do, if you don't like burn off all the energy, then they just start tearing shit up around the house and they start destroying the house. And it's like when men retire, they die so much faster than what they would if they had kept on working. So I took all the energy that I was already having and like kind of like the purpose that I was looking for, and then turned it from a negative, or quote unquote negative. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the universe wanted me to sell weed and wanted me to sell mushrooms a little. I'm not just throwing it out there. But I took the energy that I knew that I had inside, and then I transformed it into like sales. I went door to door selling solar panels, alarm systems, X, Y, and Z. I figured out, okay, I'm good at talking to people. I'm good at selling weed. Let me figure out how to make more money with this. And I saw my buddy Jordan Clark on Instagram back in 2016, 2017. I think it was 2017. And he posted a picture of a BMW. Like it was like a little bit older BMW, but like where I come from, nobody has BMWs. I come from a mountain town called Hemet, California, or a valley town called Hemet, California. I was like, whatever the fuck you're doing, I'm going to do it too. It's like, I'm knocking on doors selling solar panels. Like, all right, well, tell me what I need. And then I got what I needed, and then that was that. But the transformation came from putting myself in better environments than I was, giving myself a purpose, and jumping into the game kind of like face first, like fumbling and falling forward. So
Yeah, I love that. It's so crazy how like I actually watched Get Rich or Die Trying.
Sure.
Like literally 2 or 3 days ago. Like I think it was just before I messaged you. But on that, one of the like main drug dealer guys goes like, "You're an entrepreneur." Like says it to Fiddy when he's like starting to sell all this stuff, and it's actually crazy how true it is. It's just like all the drug dealers are actually just entrepreneurs, but they're just in the wrong group of people, or in the wrong situation, or unfortunately in the wrong area, or whatever it may be. So it's kind of crazy that, you know, you recognize it and we're able to change that. With so you've gone in, you've done the drugs, or got caught with the drugs, you've moved everything along, you've decided to make a change in a positive way, you've started selling all your stuff online. How did that move into the confidence coaching and stuff that you do for men?
So it started off, it all started with my mom, actually. Like before she passed away, she was a very outgoing person. I remember standing in line at a grocery store when I was a kid, and she turns around and starts talking to the person behind us. And I remember thinking, you can't do that. Like, that's against the rules. You can't just, you don't know this person. You can't talk to this person. And then now my entire life is talking to strangers, people that I don't know, online, in person. So I started off selling weed. That was, person, face to face. And then I got into selling solar panels. So it's high ticket sales, quote unquote. You're giving somebody a $20,000, $40,000 loan for getting electricity for their home, but you don't take any money up front. So it's a little bit different. And then I started going to networking events where people were selling high ticket coaching for like sales, for e-com drop shipping stores. This is when Amazon FBA started getting really hot, and people were selling like the $25,000 done for you stores, the Walmart stores. Had some homies over at Project Wi-Fi, and they went completely bankrupt. Like Walmart just shut all of their stores down. People paid $30,000 for this. So I saw all of that moving around. I'm like, okay, there's something outside of solar panels here, and that kind of got me used to the energy of online sales. And then I kind of bounced around from a lot of different things, man. I used to be on OnlyFans, actually. It was an OnlyFans model at one point in my life. And then I smoked some weed on a beach in Thailand. I was like, I do not want to give this to the world. Like, this is just not, this is not it for me. But at that point, like, I realized, okay, like, there's a system or a mechanism that I can, are you familiar with Dan Kennedy, the marketer?
No, I'm not.
He's like OG back when people were still mailing, marketing material. But he states it super simply. It's like, we're all magicians. And whenever somebody sells a program, a book, a course, a product, the magic spell that we say is like, your life was going to be better with this instead of without it. Like, this product, this service, this offer, your life is better with it, and the dollars in your pocket are less valuable than this program. And I kind of took that kind of mindset of like, okay, well, if somebody works with me, especially in person, there's not an option that they're going to not approach people. I can't guarantee that they're going to become better at approaching women, but I can guarantee that they're going to approach women. Like, one of my favorite lines working with my students is, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. This is not optional. You don't have a choice here. You're going to go do this. I'm going to make a scene inside of this entire restaurant. I'll stand up and yell, hey, my friend is afraid to approach this beautiful girl right here if you don't go. And when you don't give people an option to back out, then they can only move forward. Amazing things happen. Fantastic things happen. And I think the easiest thing to describe it as is like, confidence is one of those things that you have across the board, and it's area dependent. Like, you sit across from me and you're very confident when it comes to interviewing, when it comes to running a podcast. But if I told you, hey, do some advanced calculus for me, you might be, I don't know if you're a math guy. No,
definitely not.
But it's area specific. And it's like, I saw this one guy in LA. He was a spirit channeler. I don't remember his name. It escapes me. But somebody in the crowd asks, like, what do I do if I'm not confident? He's like, you are already confident. You're just placing your confidence in the wrong bucket. You're confident that you're not confident. And when I heard that, I was like, I could sell that. Oh yeah, there we go. Like, that's the entire program right there. So
it's unreal too, isn't it? When you have like an epiphany like that, when you just hear something and it makes so much sense to you, and especially if you are confident, that you're confident in an area like approaching women or whatever, and it's would have to be in the top 5 fears, I think, for single men. Sure. Like, there's, public speaking, spiders, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, I would 100% say, like, approaching a woman would be right up there for men. So targeting that, and because it's such a big pain point, and it's something that everyone actually subconsciously or consciously they want to be better at, but either A, don't know how to do, or B, too anxious to even try and learn about it or try and change it.
And it's so funny. I have a student that just worked with me this last weekend from the Gold Coast in Oz. And one of the exercises, we took a bouquet of flowers or of roses, like 25 roses. And I had him walk around Finn's, and he chose out the most beautiful girls that he wanted to give roses to. And he told his friends about it. And his friend said, I would rather vomit and cut off my own finger than walk around with a bouquet of roses in Finn's Beach Club and go up and talk to people. So it's definitely one of those fears where it's like, I think it's desirable from the media. Like, you have the big conglomerates, the people that push consumerism, and it's like, you're less than, so you need to buy this car, you need to buy this house, you need to keep up with the Joneses. But it's such a simple skill. Like, I can guarantee your dad probably wasn't a super smooth talker, like,
Yeah, no, like,
and his dad probably was even worse, and you know, all the way up, it's like millions of years of
generational trauma.
generational trauma. Like, I guarantee my dad wasn't good at talking to girls, his dad wasn't good at talking to girls, but they still made it work.
Yeah.
And now we're in like the today's day and age where you have Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, and like, I used to live with a guy, and to his credit, he was on a date with another girl, but he saw a girl when he was on this date, and instead of going up and approaching her and like saying, "Hey, I want to just say hi," he went home. He went on Hinge. He swiped left on everybody until he came across this girl's page,
wow,
or her profile, and then sent her a rose.
Yeah.
And the message he sent was, "Would you believe it if I saw you tonight and wanted to connect with you, and I came back to the house and swiped on Hinge until I found you?" And I was like, motherfucker, you could just go talk to her. Like, if you're feeling that girl so much more than the girl that you're on a date with, at that point, just fucking skedaddle, bro. Yeah. Just leave. Like, there's no rules to the game. People put up these imaginary borders and walls and, like, things that they can do and they can't do. And it's like, that is not real. Like,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, even when you said that then, I felt like a little anxious, you know what I mean? Like, because I worry too much about what everyone else thinks, and that's like one of my biggest downfalls type of thing. Like, and it's not a big downfall because it like shows humility and all that type of stuff as well. But I would be so afraid of hurting the girl's feelings that I was on a date with. Like, if I was to be like, "Hey, this isn't working," type of thing, I'm gonna head off, and then go and talk to another girl. Like, that would blow my mind, bro. I was like, if I did that, I would be like, I'm the worst person in the world. But realistically, I'm probably never going to see the girl that I just broke the date off with. And then the potential of the other thing is, it gives it potential, like some sort of potential. So that's where my mind went to, like the feeling, like I kind of was like, as you were saying it there, like I couldn't even imagine doing that. So it's crazy to think that, for me, that's okay, if that makes sense. And like, like you're going to tell me right now that it is.
Oh, it absolutely is. There's literally no. So if you there's not necessarily a right way and a wrong way to do it. There's like more efficient ways to go about it, but the only wrong way to do it is to not do it at all. Yeah. Like, if you know inside of your soul, like, this a date is going nowhere, like it would be more considerate for everybody if we just.
Yeah, it's like a disservice to them.
Yeah. It's like you being polite is just wasting everybody's time here, quote unquote polite. The real polite thing to do is like, hey, you are awesome, just not my type of awesome. I think best for everybody here is like, I'll cover the bill, no problem, but I'm going to get out of here. Yeah. I'll see you later. Yeah. And then you just go and do whatever it is, because it's like, time is the only thing that's non-refundable. Like,
so true. So true. So when I messaged you and told you that I wanted you to come on the podcast and stuff, I said I've got an issue with like the dating culture and stuff like that at the moment. And for me, when I think about it, I think it's probably more so in Bali. I've been here like about a year now, on and off, a bit over a year. But it's almost like the girls just want their dinners paid for, and the guys just want sex. So there's this like. It's both going in a direction where the guys is like, how I feel the guys work are, it's like a cost per lay. Cost per lay. And like, that's the average that you work off. It's like, right, well, if I have to take this girl out on 5 dates before I get laid, or before we like start going on to second, third, fourth base, all that type of stuff, then it's like, what's the cost of this? Is it worth my time? Blah, 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 blah. And the girls are almost like, I'm going to go out with 10 different guys every night of the week, every lunchtime, and I'm going to get my whole week of food paid for. Like, I know that sounds like it's probably super shallow and stuff, and I'm going to put this out there right now, not every woman is like that, and not every man is like that either. But it's just kind of like the feeling that I get with when I'm talking to some people, and I just don't, it's almost like I'm steering away from it because I'm thinking about that. What's your outlook on the dating culture here? Because you obviously approach women all the time, so.
Well, it's double-sided. So a lot of people will message me and say, oh, your approaches don't work in this country. Your approaches don't work in this country. People don't approach in this country. And, you know, observations are observations for a reason. You see your own experiences. I'm not here to challenge that. But wherever there's situations like that, there's also an equal and opposite opportunity. So when we talk about, like, you know, girls that want to get their dinners paid for, I would bring that up as a conversation point. Like, you know what? You probably have so many guys that would just reach out and offer to pay for your dinners. Like, how do you even deal with that? And then make it a conversation point. And, you know, there's a psychological manipulation to go about it. It's so much fun to do this with people. It's like, you know, oh, I took you as one of those people that would really just, you know, go for dinners, but I'm so happy you're not one of those people. Even if they are one of those people, now they play along with it and they're like, yeah, you know, like I can't stand those girls. And you could watch the cognitive dissonance in their head. But whenever you have situations like that, like say in India, they say, oh, nobody approaches in India. Well, I say it's like, okay, that means that competition is wide open then. The ocean is blue as can be. Like, of course, you're going to have a little bit higher opening resistance. But once you get past the opening resistance, it's like, oh, this is easy cooking. So how I look at it, it's like I've trained my mind to look at it like opportunistic. Like one of the things that I came across in the dating culture of Bali, it's like everybody's just leaving super quickly. So there goes into the filtration process. And by the way, I don't date Russian girls. Like the Russian girls that I've dated, it's just been like, dang, like the expectations of what you get versus what they deliver. It's flip flop for me. So I got plenty of Russian friends. I'll be cool with Russian girls, but like on the dating tip, I don't. But that just opens up so much opportunity for me to make good friends. And like what I found is like instead of dating Russian girls, Kazakh girls, they speak Russian, but just a different like Central Asia. Oh, fantastic. I love them. But to speak directly to your point, wherever there's adversity, there's opportunity. And for every, 100 guys that look at a challenge, like, oh, the dating culture in Bali is X, Y, and Z, 100 guys will look at that. 97 will walk up to the door and then turn around. Yeah. And then 2 guys will knock and kind of peek in and be like, oh, what's going on? And then 1 guy will just burst through the door. So I encourage anybody that's listening to be that 1 guy that bursts through the door and like ignore the 97 people that are saying this and that about it and then find out for yourself.
Yeah. So. Yeah, nice. I like that. And it's it's definitely one of those things that there has been a few times where like I've approached girls or something like that and it works out, and it's like you get that like glimmer of hope type of thing, and it's so good, and you're just like, yeah, sweet, I can do this, and then you go and do it again, and it doesn't work, and then you're just like, okay, I'm back down, I'm back down here now, and that's obviously the stuff you teach your students and stuff like that, is like how to deal with all that type of stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, well, it all comes down to data points. Like guys say, dating is impossible in this place or this and that. I'm like, okay, how many approaches have you done? How many approaches in the last week?
Yeah, what's the work you've actually done?
What's the actual, like this guy came up to me after one of the AI meetups here in town. Yeah. And he's like, Tristan, I'm having good conversations with girls, but it's not leading anywhere, this and that. And I'm like, okay, how many approaches have you done in the last 7 days? 0. Get the fuck out of my, don't even talk to me. You have no data for me to work with here. Like you have no physical data that I could take a look at and be like, this is in the process where you're messing up. So recently I've broken it down into a 5-stage system for how I view dating. Yeah. And it's business based. So you have offer. It's like, do you like who you are? Yeah. For the first part of all my programs is like, write 30 things that you like about yourself. Yeah. Imagine you had an offer and you didn't know 30 things that you liked about it. It's like, how often are you going to sell a 5K program, 10K 20K program? It's like, what are the benefits that somebody gets? Yeah. So after you have your offer and you like your offer, you feel confident with your offer, then it goes to lead acquisition. How many girls are you talking to? Like, how many approaches are you doing? It's like, I talked to 3 girls. 3 girls?
Yeah, 3 sales calls.
3? Yeah. It was not, no. It's not even a sales call. This is just like 3 leads that came in through the door. 3? Yeah. Dude, in 15 minutes, I can go get 3 leads. You're talking a 7-day period? Yeah. All right, no. We got to up those numbers by 10, like 10 extra numbers. Yeah. So after you have lead acquisition, like conversations, numbers, Instagrams, then we go over to lead management. It's like, how are you texting them? What's the digital communications? How does the conversation go after you get the contact point? Because what a lot of guys will do is like they'll get a number and they're like, yeah, I got a number, and then they don't text them, they don't get texted back or something like that, and they're like, oh, dating is done, it's cooked, it's over, it's terrible, we can't do this anymore. It's the women are terrible, blah blah blah. You got like 2 numbers, get 10 numbers, and then you'll find about 30 to 40% will text you back, and then a percentage of that from lead management. So you got offer, lead acquisition, lead management. Then you go to lead conversion. It's like how many girls are actually going on dates and how many girls are converting into sexual relationships post-date. How many days does it take? Like, all right, let's look at the numbers. Where are we messing up on the process here? And there's problems at every single stage. And it just makes it so easy to think about. So once you have lead conversion, then you go into lead maintenance. It's like, okay, now that you had sex with a girl, I believe a sexual relationship doesn't start until the 3rd time that you have sex. Yeah. Because a girl can hook up with you once. She can hook up with you twice. But at the 3rd time, it's like, all right, you like me. There's something here. There's something more than just, throwing semen at the wind, if you want to call it that. Yeah. But there's problems. And I teach my students, you're going to have problems at every stage. And that's a good thing. It's like, first, you didn't even know that you liked yourself. You're like trying to fucking walk up to people and you don't like yourself. You haven't told yourself 5 beneficial things about you. So why would you even go start a conversation with somebody? Then you get to lead acquisition. It's like, okay, you didn't know what to say to people. Now you're starting conversations. Now you're getting a couple numbers here and there. Awesome. Now people are falling off when you're texting them. They're ghosting you. Cool. We just got to change the digital communications. All right. You made it to the date, but girls aren't going home with you. All right. That's a great problem to have. You're going on dates and that's awesome. Now you can't get the girls to leave your house. Hey, perfect. That's exactly where we want to be. We want to have problems at each stage because that means growth is happening. So,
yeah, that's unreal. I actually really like that analogy of like how you use it. Like, because as you were going through it, like in my head, I was like, well, I know what it is. I know the business line of things. And then as you were saying it, like just before you said conversion, I'm like, he's got to say conversion. And then you said it, and I was like, in my own head, I was like, yes. But no, I love it. And you can really break it down because like, it's almost like a business plan, isn't it? Like, and you just, instead of being a business plan, it's a relationship plan or a management plan or whatever it is for your students. So I really, really like that. It's good. What's so just before we were talking about like how you got into like doing all your videos and growing your followers and all that type of stuff. Can you just explain how you got from, or what you were doing? Because I think you said you went from
40K to $1 million.
Yeah, 40K to $1 million. So how did you get to the 40K first? What were you doing in that scenario? And then what changed to get that $960,000 $960,000 follower jump?
So how I got to 40K was street interviews. Like I had my.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen Diego Day?
Yes.
Yeah, great. One of my brothers. Like that. Yeah. If I left $1 million at his house, and I said, hey, don't touch it for 2 years, I'd come back and it'd be $1,001 just for him to be cheeky. Like I threw you an extra pound on top. Yeah. I trust that guy so much. But he did an interview with me on the street, and that went viral. And then that's how I got my first little pop, like to 10K. And then from 10K to 40K, I did interviews myself. One thing I didn't love about interviews, it's like it's very dependent on the interviewee to have a good, like reaction and like give to the question. So I found myself when I first started in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, I was interviewing everybody. And then like a weekend, I'm only interviewing black people because they're the ones that can give like an animated response and actually like play with me on this. And then we got to 40K, and then like I was like, there's not really any business coming from the street interviews. It's kind of just entertainment, and like it's not really easy to sell an offer on how to be a street interviewer. It's like
Imagine being 40,000 street interviewers walking around like Europe or something like that. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
It's just like And then I saw. I wanted to do approach content, so I did a few videos in 2022, early 2023, but I didn't have the glasses. I didn't have the meta glasses, and like trying to have a videographer organize that, and
the old videographer in the bush in the background,
or like my buddy is standing with his phone underneath his arm right here, kind of like hidden camera style, and like the shot was never like how I wanted to. I'm like, this is too much bother. Yeah. So I went into a different business. And then in 2024, like late 2023, I saw this guy, It's Polo Kid, on Instagram, and also Eric Ronaldo. Those guys were like 2 of the big OGs in the space, super OGs in the space. They were doing approach content with the glasses. And I lived in Mexico at the time, and I remember the universe tested me. He's like, how badly do you want these glasses? I went from Playa del Carmen to Cancun. I was ready to fly back to the United States to get these freaking glasses because I knew if I could get these glasses. And my buddy Justin Burns, who's actually here in Bali right now, He flew into Playa and had a pair of glasses. I bought them off him, and the rest is history. Like the first video I did went viral on TikTok. That got like 5 million views on TikTok, and then it did like another like 5 million on Instagram, and then that was like the first jump. It was January 2024. I went from 40K to about 100K, and then February I went from 100K to like 480K. So we did like 380K in a month, and then March was like 480K to like 550, and then it was continuous until about July that we hit 1 million, and I kind of like stagnated a little bit about the 1,050,000 range. I was moving around. We changed geolocations, like the algorithm changes a little bit, but we fluctuated there. But that was the story right there. Like because of my experience, like because I was self-proclaimed sex addict. Like I lost my mom in 2015, and our relationship wasn't the best. So I used sex and psychedelics to cope with all the pain that I was going through. And one of the side effects of being a sex addict is you get good at talking to people.
Yeah.
Right?
Effects. Yeah, true. Yeah. Because well, you got to go get it.
You got to go get it. Yeah, you got to go get it. And I was too broke to pay for hookers at the time. So I'm like, I'm going to get it for free. Like, what are you talking about? $100? What? $100? Fuck that. No. We're just talking. I'm going to use my charm and my mouthpiece to go ahead and find what I need. Combine that with learning actual sales skills, listening to books like Psychology of Sales by Brian Tracy, Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone, going out and like learning the sales side of things, and then combining that like the reason that I blew up, because so many people have messaged me and been like, yo, I'll get the glasses and I'm gonna copy you, and I'm like, go right the fuck ahead, bro. Like I knocked thousands of doors to get to the point where I am now.
Yeah.
If you have that work ethic and you put in the work and the grind beforehand, by all means, go do it. Best of luck, brother. Best of luck. But what happened was by putting the glasses on, people were just seeing my everyday world. Like, because I didn't have to organize with a filmer. I didn't have to like edit much. Like for all of my videos, pretty much now that I have Artie, but it's glasses, CapCut, auto captions, export. Like it's there's no editing process. It's just let it go, let it rip. So that was the process. That's how we went from. Yeah,
that's crazy. Maybe I'll have to send this podcast to Ray-Ban and be like, yo.
Oh, bro, I put so much money. I reached out for whatchamacallit, a sponsorship or affiliate deal, and never heard back from them. And it was like, bro, I put millions of dollars into their hands from the videos that I made.
Sure.
And Instagram doesn't pay for views either. I put up I think it was like 500 million views or something like that on Instagram. They didn't pay a dime. So it was all off the muscle, all off the love of the game, the love of the sport.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? You'd think with like the platform you've got and like you solely use that, and you just gave them full credit for like, you know, how you did it and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Hey, Ray-Ban, what's going on?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's it. We'll tag him. Tag him in everything. And then, so got to the 1 million followers, and then how did you start monetizing that? Like, what was your... Were you monetized before that, like in the sense of had a coaching program, or like when did you decide that like I am going to start teaching people how to be more confident? Were you just getting like inboxes from people being like, oh, how do you do that? Oh, I get rejected. And then you were just like I know you said before about, you know, how I could sell that. But when was the real moment that you were like, all right, I'm going to make a business out of this?
Well, thankfully, because of like all the networking events that I went to back in, I think it was like right before COVID, it was like 2020. No, I got into networking events like 2019.
Yeah.
I was able to see people had programs. People were selling, programs, and I bought programs.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, there's a business here. And I knew before, because I had done high ticket coaching.
Yeah.
Like how to sell high ticket with my buddy Demond, who has a company called Next Generation Closers. We from the beginning built that up, and then I separated and did my own thing, and he kept going with NGC. So I knew that like, okay, I can get a call with somebody and get $2,000 out of them. Like one-on-one coaching, like, it's a cool thing. It's called Virtual Wingman. Like I'm in the field with them. Like I'm listening to them.
It's a cool name.
Yeah. Virtual Wingman. Yeah. So I'm on a call with them, like saying, hey, don't be a bitch. Like you got to approach like, hey, slow down, ask her about this. It's time to get the number. It's time to get out.
Yeah.
But this whole like year and a half, almost 2 years now that we've been on this process, has been super interesting in the monetization element of it. Like, started off doing high ticket, like way back at the beginning. And then I tried to switch to low ticket, and then mid ticket, then trying all these different things and all these webinar here, there. It's been such a interesting process to go through it and see what works, what doesn't work, what audience responds to, what they don't respond to, where's my audience. So because I had that background already of like, hey, I can hop on a call, collect $1,500, $2,000, whatever, $1,000, $500 from somebody. I already had that experience and henceforth that confidence to be able to jump on a call with somebody and be able to push a program or something like that. So I was blessed with the spaces that I put myself around to be able to have that confidence.
Nice. So you've got yourself in all the right positions. You've done all this stuff. What's your vision, mission, vision? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Do you want to help 5,000 men get girlfriends or have sex, or what? What's the vision?
I think that's a good question. Like, yeah, I definitely enjoy helping men. But I think that bigger than that, I like the idea of building libraries. And I think that like literacy is one of the greatest gifts that I've ever been given. Yep. Like the ability to read, the ability to write, the ability to express ideas and speak eloquently. That is one of the greatest gifts that the universe has ever blessed me with. Like the fact that we can sit across from each other, move our lips and our tongues in a certain way, exhale air, and you understand what it is that I'm saying. Yeah. That's fantastic. Oh, I love that so much. So my big vision is like build up this coaching program, get it X hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, X, Y, Z. It'll sort itself out. I've zero doubt about that. But I think a bigger thing for me is like building literacy programs around the world, being able to provide resources to people that want to learn how to read, want to learn how to write, whether it be Africa, Indonesia, Jamaica, wherever it is. And then my big exit plan is to start like a supplement company. Yeah. And then put my kind of idea behind it, because at the end of the day, for a business to be a business, there needs to be a continuity program. It's like a lot of coaching programs. It's just a money collection process. Like you have one day it's 5K and the next day it's 0, and the next day is 0, and the next day it's like 1,500 deposit. It's like, it's just events of collecting business instead of like a continuity. Hey, you're expected this amount of growth or this amount of revenue every single month. You have low ticket programs where it's like monthly recurring. That's awesome. But yeah, my big vision is to help people learn how to like read and write. And I feel like the world with more literacy can only produce more good things. So yeah, that's super lovely, and especially that you want to do it like for people who probably don't have the opportunity to be able to do that as well. I could probably actually connect you with a couple of guys that do that type of thing. Like some do it here in Indonesia, and one of them actually, his name's Ray, but he's got like an education company, and his actual vision is to like change the way the world like learns and gets educated and stuff like that. So I could probably actually hook you up with him as well. But yeah, interesting, super interesting. I love that, and it's kind of like it feels like a huge pivot. Like it's not, because I understand that like exactly what you just said before, how we speak, what we write, how it's projected to someone else is super huge, and it's technically your business, I suppose, as well, like in that exact form. And then to be able to like transfer that and be like, well, you don't need that just to get women, like you need that in life as well, just to build health, wealth, relationships, all that type of stuff. So super interesting. And it's like, it's probably a bit of a different perspective of what people might think of you, like what they see. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? So what's just on that, like, do you get hate? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, you're a creep. You're filming people without their consent. Like, we're coming for you. We have your location. Blah blah blah. Especially when I first started. Like, now there's market sophistication. I get so much less hate. Yeah. Because it's like they realize like, oh shit, this guy's just not stopping. Yeah. Making videos. Like he's just gonna keep on making videos regardless. Yeah. And I had this idea, like it's like I can continue to produce content longer than you can hate for. Yeah. And I remember some like specific haters, like, damn, this motherfucker is consistent on the hate. Like he's coming every video. And then it's like, dang, I keep putting out 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day. Sometimes like when I was on my run, 4 videos a day. And it's like, all right, well, you hated on 2 of the 4 videos today. You're slowing down. I'm going to keep up, buddy. Yeah. You can't keep hating. Like the enjoyment that you get out of hating on me is gonna die off, and eventually you're gonna start liking me. It's like you like hating on me. It's like I provide a source of joy for you. Gotcha, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, it's like when people hate on me, because I've had people hate on me for so many different things. Yeah. They hated on me for knocking doors. They hated on me for being on OnlyFans. They hated on me for making the content that I produce now. They hated on me for taking advantage of, low confidence men and anything. They hate on me for being black. They hated on me for having hair. They hated like, what do you want? What do you want?
Yeah.
I can continue to be myself longer than they can hate for.
Exactly.
And that's just like, what's the source? Like, hate is a fuel that burns out, like, passionately and strongly, but it burns out quickly.
Yeah.
Where, self-expression, which my whole thing is, like, if you don't express yourself, you depress yourself. If you have some words that you want to say to a beautiful woman and you don't say them, well, then that energy has to go somewhere. And it turns into alcohol. It turns into destructive processes. That turns blah, blah, blah. 100 different ways that you can burn off the energy. But I can continue to be myself longer than you can hate for. And at the end of the day, when it comes to the hate, it's like I would change places with nobody. It doesn't matter if they hate on me or love me. I wouldn't change place. Like, would I want more money? Absolutely. Would I want anybody else's problems? Never. Yeah. I love my problems. I like my problems being my problems. I wouldn't trade them for anybody's.
Yeah, so. Nice. That's good. That's good that you've got that outlook, because a lot of people would sometimes crumble under the pressure of that type of stuff and maybe stop what they're doing. So it's nice to see that you've got the energy and the confidence to just continue doing what you're doing.
Well, that's like, people tell me, oh, I want to get started as an influencer. I want to get started, making content. I'm like, why haven't you? It's like, oh, I'm afraid of the hate. Like, I don't want people to hate on me in the comments. It's like, so first and foremost, Instagram hate is nothing compared to Twitter hate, compared to YouTube hate, compared to Reddit hate. Oh, Instagram has junior varsity haters. Twitter, I got hated on Twitter before. I had to leave the platform. It's like, whoa, they got some professional haters over there. And then people make YouTube videos. Like Hamza has my boy Hamza. He's here in Bali. He has people make 30-minute long videos hating on him, like just explaining why he fell off and he's the worst human being ever. It's like, that is professional hate. You in the comment, I can delete your comment out of Instagram. Don't even worry about it. So when it, like TikTok hate, there's short brain hate over there. Yeah. So when it comes to like the short form platforms, especially Instagram and TikTok, man, I laugh at the haters. Like, you don't know what hate is until you go over to Twitter, where they created a space. Yeah. Like, where people are, it's a public forum with people talking about you. It's like, come here, Tristan Social. We want to talk about you. I'm like, oh, no. But at the end of the day, man, it's like Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, they're not real places. Yeah. Like, you have to make a conscious decision. I'm going to open my phone, press on this app. I'm going to go ahead and then go to the place where people are hating on me. It's like, I could just circumvent all of that by not logging into the internet. Yeah,
not allowing yourself to consume it, type of thing. I actually, I made a video about this the other day, like on my socials. I just put up a thing about how I'm starting to try and build a personal brand and all this type of stuff. And I literally said, like, there's people that will, he'll talk to his friend about me and say I'm a dickhead or whatever. And then I was just like, but realistically, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm never going to hear it. Like, your opinion of me is your opinion. I don't need to hear it. And that's kind of the same bucket that you're in. Is just like, well, you can have your opinions. You can say whatever you fucking want. If I don't hear it, it doesn't matter. But if I do say it, I can choose to push it away or just, because when you start opening doors like that and letting that stuff in, that's when the self-doubt and the shit stuff starts to happen. So you're just better off just leaving it, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be there regardless.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, there's a thing in Australia called tall poppy syndrome. I'm not sure.
I've heard it a lot, actually. Yeah. Like, tell me from your perspective. Though.
Oh, well, basically it's just like anyone who stands out in the field. So if you're the tall poppy in the field, you stand out by doing social media or doing something like that, then people are trying quick to cut you down because you're the tallest poppy in the thing. It's like, hey, come back down here with the rest of us, type of thing. Like, you don't need to be doing that. Like, there's a few Australian influencers that, like, just get it all the time. It's like all they're doing is trying to actually help people, and like they're actually doing things like, you might not agree with it or whatever, but it's like, well, just spend your time like hating on it. Like, I purposefully don't look at any comments on anything. Like, I see something that's intriguing or something that triggers me, and I'll look at it and I'll look at like the first 3 or 4 comments, and I'm like, why did I do it? It just sucks me into that mental state of wanting to hate on it as well, like getting into that sheepish circle of just like, yeah, we're all a herd and going together type of thing. And it's just like, fuck, I don't want to be that person. So now I just don't look at any comments, even on like news or political things or whatever. I'm just like, I can't, because as soon as I see someone's comment, I'm like, you are so fucking dumb. I'm like, what the fuck is this comment? Like, why? And I really want to be keyboard warrior and stuff. And I felt that feeling and I'm like, nope. But yeah, crux of the story is tall poppy syndrome is you're the tallest poppy in the field. Everyone wants to cut you down because you're the tallest poppy. It's like, why are you better than us?
There's a streamer that I used to really like. His name is Northern Lion. He's a gaming streamer.
Yeah.
But he had a YouTube short that I just love. It's like Instagram or YouTube comments or whatever comment. Just a comment is the equivalent of road rage on the road, and it's just a way for them to vent. They're not mad at you.
Yeah.
They're mad at other things in life, and then you just happen to be the sounding board that they go ahead and it's super easy to make a comment video. Like, it's a process to make content. And the lowest barrier to entry is just a hateful comment on that. Like, how much effort do you have to put into, like, oh, I dislike this. I disagree with you. Comment, send. It's like that person filmed the video, thought the idea, filmed it, edited it, and uploaded it just for you to have, like, you know, you don't have to pay to comment. You don't have to. There's no college degree necessary to comment. So it's like you're really dealing with like mentally handicapped people in like a social sense. It's this dude. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah. Some people just need to vent, and it's probably they might not have an outlet, or like you said, it's like a reflection of themselves type of thing. They're hating on something, and if they can't hate on themselves, or they don't want to hate on themselves, or they've got that pent up anger, they just hate on you because it's just easier. They can take it out on someone else. Victim mentality. So
he was a dating coach, and then he transformed into like business. His name was Jason Capital.
I think I've heard of it actually.
Baller, but one of the concepts that he spoke about was if you spot it, you got it. It's like you can only find things in others that you have inside of yourself. So it's like if I look at somebody and say like, oh, their tattoos are ugly, it's like, well, okay, I think the same thing about my tattoos, and it's like I'm just seeing that reflection of myself in him. And whenever I catch myself doing that, it's like, well, maybe I should get new. I put it back on myself. Yeah. Well, let's get new tattoos, or let's get a haircut, or like something like that. Like, I don't like that about that person. It's a reflection of me. Yeah,
that's actually a really, really good way of like, the self-awareness and reflection and stuff like that. I've never thought about it like that, but I might start trying to do that. If I look at someone and think they've got a shit haircut or something, I might go get myself a haircut and be like, okay, now I feel a little bit more obliged to be able to say, like, that person's got a shit haircut.
It's like, no, I looked at myself in the morning, I didn't like my haircut, and I subconsciously thought, and I looked at him, and it's like, that's on me. It's all me. At the end of the day, it's all you. It's
extreme ownership. Take ownership of everything. Yeah, cool. So, tell me, what are the top 3 things that if you could teach someone right now that you think would better their life? Let's just go with men in the dating space, just for the ICP, so that we're not giving anything out to anyone else. What are 3 things that you would be able to give someone right now if they just came up to you on the street and just went, Tristan, I really need your help. If I can do these 3 things, what do you think would help the most?
The easiest one is push-ups. It's like if you do 200 push-ups a day, you're gonna look better, you're gonna like yourself more, and then subsequently, it's like once you like your offer, you're more likely to give it to people, regardless. Like if you enjoy something, you genuinely enjoy something, you're so much quicker to use word of mouth marketing, even subconsciously. Oh, you got to go to this restaurant. Like, I had a good feeling from the restaurant. Let me share that with you out of altruism. And when you reflect back on it, it's like if you like your offer, you're not even hesitating to tell people about it. Like, this offer is amazing. Like, this is what we do, blah, 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 blah. And it's the same thing with you. So if you like yourself, you are going to naturally give it to more people. And because you give it to more people, you're going to have more data points. You're going to figure out sales better. You're going to figure out who your ICP is, who's your ideal customer. And it's like, okay. So like yourself. Do actions every single day that makes you like yourself, and the easiest way to do that is knock out 200 push-ups a day, or 100 push-ups a day, or whatever physical activity
you can do.
Yeah, whatever you can do. So physical activity first and foremost. Second is being mindful of what you consume. Like we in today's day and age, it's our information diet. and this is something I can get a lot better at, but like every video that you watch, every news article that you read, every Facebook post that you like, it's all part of your information diet. So if you want to have a different body, you have to have a different diet. You have to have different activities, different actions. So if you really want to change your life, wake up, do 200 push-ups, don't look at your phone, and then read a book. And then at that point, here's the thing. If you do these 4 activities, these are my 4 pillars. You do your workout, do 200 push-ups, you read 10 pages of a book, you journal 1 page, and you meditate for 10, 15 minutes. After that, you go be depressed. If you can be depressed after doing those 4 activities, man, where you read, journal, meditate, and work out, if you can, that's impressive, because it's real hard to feel bad about yourself after some journaling, after some meditation, so if you just do that in a compound interest, time is on your side. Like with a lot of people, their habits are working against them on a compound basis. It's like, if you keep this up continuously for the rest of your life is going to look like shit, because you keep doing that activity, and it's going to compound and continuously look worse. So somebody came up to me and said, hey, how do I change my life, or how do I become more confident? Like yourself more, do some push-ups, do some reading, do some journaling, do some meditation, and then watch as the days go by. You're like, wow, stand up a little bit taller. I get more reactions from people. Like, I'm more confident when it comes to social interactions because I like myself. And if you like yourself, other people like you too.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's so good. And like, it seems so simple when you say it, but like, I know for a fact myself, like, it is hard to get into and do all these types of things and, you know, stay consistent and stuff like that. But I think people have just got to get to the point where they're just like, okay, I've got to do this, because whatever you're putting out is what you get back. Mm-hmm. So if they've got shitty habits, if they've got shitty things that they're doing, they're only going to attract shitty people, or they're not going to get the things they want, or anything like that, because what you're exerting, I'm not big on like energy, aura, all that type of stuff, but I also am a little bit, like, I've started to believe it a little bit more now, like, what you put out is definitely what you get back. So if you start doing these things and you're starting to feel happier and you're starting to stand a little bit taller, exactly like what you were just saying, more of the good things will happen. So yeah, I think it's good just to do that type of stuff. But
yeah, it's like, I like women with nice legs, and I didn't have nice legs. So I'm like, okay, well, if I want a woman with nice legs, I got to work on my legs myself. It's like, we attract what we are. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, man, water attracts to water, oil attracts to oil. So if you want to attract water, be less oil. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that, man. No, this has been so good, man. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you getting back to me and, sharing your story and how you did things. And I think a lot of people will benefit from the few little stories that we had in there. So I appreciate it so much.
I appreciate you greatly.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Big long one. Cool.